Why, hi there, viewers. All one of you. Maybe two. Who knows? Fred. So today, what I'm going to do, and what I might do from now on, just for shits and giggles, is record some videos. Look at my nose. Got a little bit of polysporin on it. I fell Friday night. It's now Wednesday. Yeah, I just tripped on some uneven concrete and smashed my face into the ground. Look what I'm doing. Yeah, so that's healing up nicely. Anyways, as I was saying, I might just come on here and make short videos of me rolling a joint, smoking it, and talking about whatever's been going on. Every time this happens and my glasses fall down on my nose, yeah, it hurts. Not really bad, but enough to make me go, fuck, I'm a dummy. I'll try to keep the cussing to a minimum. So anyways, what was I doing just now? I was watching some YouTube videos. This last one was actually Stephen Colbert, who's pretty funny, I guess. Right now they have great material, all these late night talk show people. With Donald Trump as the president of the United States, it's just endless material. I mean, you can talk about anything that Donald tweets and it's funny. It's scary, terrifying, but funny, because you gotta laugh. It's my green tea. Where is it? Oh, it is Twinings green tea with pomegranate and raspberry. Oh, and strawberry. Yeah, so anyways, Donald Trump. So yesterday, being that the date today is March 26th, 2019. Hang on a second, let me check. Oh, it's Wednesday, March 27th, 2019. Time, 12:41 p.m. Doobie number. Duh. So yeah, so I'm watching all this stuff about Donald Trump and I'm going, they just released the Mueller report yesterday. And it says that Donald Trump didn't collude with Russia. Which is bloody hilarious, man. Like, although, hang on a second. Everybody looks at Comey, the disgraced FBI director, as an asset to the prosecution against Donald Trump, which there isn't going to be any anyways. And I'm like, hang on a second, man. Didn't that guy derail, what's her name, Clinton? By releasing some FBI shit right before the election? Like, I mean, wasn't that pretty damning shit? And are we supposed to believe that he didn't think about that? That he just, oops, I didn't remember that. Right? So he's kind of like against the Democrats, it seems, and for the Republicans. I don't know, I just think I'll summarize it this way, instead of boring you with details. There's so much corruption. It's crazy. I mean, it doesn't matter what side of the table you're on. You can point, and probably quite legitimately, at some corruption that's going on somewhere else. And it's funny. I don't know. I don't understand how people don't see that. And I'm sure they do, but they just, for whatever motivations, they choose to ignore it. People who support Donald Trump, are ignoring all the heinous things he's doing, right? And all talking about immigration and, oh yeah, and, oh, I'm not a racist, but I love that one. But they have to do something about these Mexicans, and they got to do something about these fucking, oops, these dang nabbed Muslims. Don't get me wrong, I'm not against the Muslims. Muslims. I'm no more against the Muslims than I am the Christians, the Catholics, the Buddhists, because they're being dickheads right now too. I was reading that they're fucking slaughtering some people somewhere over there, Nepal or some fucking thing. I'm not going to be able to not swear. So fuck it. Don't let your kids watch me. Not that you're watching what they're doing. So anyways, it's just there's so much corruption going on right now. I think, like, how are there any good people left, especially in North America? And I can't comment on the rest of the world because I've never been to the rest of the world. I see our shit going on. All the, like, look at Ontario with fucking Ford. The guy's an idiot. How the hell people had to be so desperate and so against the Liberals over one issue, which I know, don't rip my head off. It was a big one. I paid my hydro bills too in Ontario. But I just don't think anything's going to get better there. They're just pushing the debt off until another generation. And I'm not 100% sure, but that's how it seems. And I'm going, well, they're not solving the problem, and it's not going to get solved. It's too late. Drastic measures need to be taken. And you're still going to be paying a lot. And your kids are going to be paying a lot. It's bullshit. I know everybody talks about renewable energy in Ontario, and they, most people are against it. They're against the windmills or whatever you call them, turbines. I don't want to get into that debate. I know all about it. I've never experienced it, so kind of don't have a dog in that fight. Although, I guess we all do with our tax money. But I don't know. I just think Ontario's kind of fucked right now because of FORD. I'm trying to come up with some words for the FORD. Like first on race day. Found on road dead. Anyways. Yeah, so I have the doobie rolled up. Number 2. In case you're wondering how big they are, I'll give you a point of reference. See, I'm holding it by the little tip. So I'll put it right at the bottom of the lighter. There it is. That's how big it is. Not too big. But I probably will not smoke the whole thing. Yeah, so right now, politics in America. I'm sorry if you're in America. Guys are kind of fucked up right now. I can't believe that Donald Trump is the president of the United States, but I'm sure people said that about Ronald Reagan too. I know the similarities are slight, but I bet you they said it about him. And that's my generation, but I was a kid. I was too busy doing LSD. Drinking beer. Going on gravel runs. Okay, so when I wiped out, you can see bruising there. I actually have 2 black eyes right now, but they're not that bad. They never got that bad. The scabby thing on my nose. There you go. Man, I smashed my nose hard. And my face, there's a scratch is healing up. Chomped down on my lips pretty good. But didn't break my nose. Didn't knock myself out. I did see a very bright white light. Really bright and really white. And you know that sensation you get right before you sneeze? Your nose kind of gets tickly inside. Like a really extreme version of that killed. And then the funniest thing, like when I managed to get myself off the ground, I couldn't really walk. I was really staggery, like I was freaking hammered. And I only had to go so far to the door. And man, I had a hard time. There was really nothing to hang on to, and I was thinking I was going to fall again. And even like 15 minutes later, when we left the bar, people were holding on to me when I was walking to my truck. And of course I had to drive. Well, I didn't have to. Kelly offered to drive, but I was like, nah, I'm good. I'll drive. It was no big deal. But yeah, my nose was pretty sore for a couple of days. My knees got swelled up. Anyways, corruption. Yep. Okay, so if you're a religious person, this is what I was thinking. If you're a religious person, you know how they talk about the Great Flood, the 40 days, 40 nights of rain, and all that shit? Well, if I was you, and I was a firm believer in that, I'd be getting worried. I'd be looking at the world and going, because I'm not a 100% Bible guy, I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong, but the gist of the story I remember being a little kid in Sunday school is that the world got really corrupt and everybody was evil. And God said, okay, fuck this shit, let's flood them. And he opened up the floodgates from the sky there. And you know, if you ask some people, there is evidence that there was a flood on this planet. Lots of them, especially at the end of an ice age. Again, I'm no professional, but I just remember, you know, this stuff in Sunday school and thinking, man, if you're a believer in that, the world's a pretty corrupt and evil place right now. Like, really corrupt, really evil. People do evil shit, man. It's crazy. That could be a case of me, like, with these podcasts and stuff, I like to listen to true crime stuff. So, I mean, you see stuff on there. There's stuff that you can't even, like, I've had to shut them off before because I'm just like, wow, it's just too horrific. Right? So I think the world, man, there's crazy, crazy, crazy people out there. And they're so, for lack of a better term, evil. They just want to hurt people. They get off on killing people and shit. And I think, how do you become that twisted? I don't know. So if I was a Bible thumper, I'd be thinking, man, the second coming is just around the corner. Because it's a crazy world and the climate change shit. I mean, hello? Deniers out there, have you seen the weather? Not your local weather, but have you been watching the global weather? the severity of storms. Yeah, it's ramping up, man. The world's getting warmer. So I'd be repentant if I was a Bible thumper. I wonder what I would... Yeah. See, it's weird. Sometimes, though, this is an honest evaluation of my life. Sometimes I wish that I bought into the whole religious thing. Because, I mean, what a great way to live. I mean, but you gotta live in fear of everything. That seems like a bad way to live. But, I mean, if you're 100% like crazy religious and believe in God or whatever God you believe in, like look at some extremists. I'll start with some Christians. Charlie Manson. He was a Christian. Timothy McVeigh. A lot of Christian extremists, and then you got your other religions. But they all got their extremists, even Buddhists. But if you're like believing that you're going to heaven and stuff, you don't have to worry about, all you have to do is be really nice to people. I mean, shit, that's a good deal. It's a lot easier to be nice to people than it is to be an asshole, I think. I think I've experienced both ends of that spectrum. And if you're wondering, I try to be as nice as possible to people. But it's hard. Sometimes people are so aggressive. And that in turn, unfortunately, makes me go all aggressive. I don't want to. I don't like to. And I don't regularly. I'll talk to the end of this DB. Yeah. So everywhere I go, I try to be super nice to people. So that way, if somebody's an asshole to me, then I know it's them. It's not me. Sometimes I feel a lot cheesy being all nice to people. And a lot of people look at me. They see my beard. And think I'm going to be a dick or something. I don't know. I'm usually not. And some people aren't really trying to be a dick. They're just, that's who they are. Like when somebody thinks I'm a dick, I promise you I'm not trying to be. But anyways, corrupt world out there, man. Hide your shit. Don't trust too many people. I listened to a podcast and they had like these 5 rules of serial killers. And the first rule is, don't try to tell me that you know anybody. Because you don't. And when I thought about that, I thought, yeah, they're right about that. You know, some people that you knew when you were a kid turned out to be fucking crazy psychopaths. Well, maybe I ended up knowing more of those than you, but whatever. You know, it's just funny. There are crazy people all around you, man, every day. You might ride the bus with them. You might walk beside them going down the street. And I'm talking straight up psychopaths. The people that, if they could get away with it, would hurt you. Especially women. I'm sorry, man, but it's true. You guys, fuck. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for all mankind. As I get older, I start to know kind of what it's like to fear things. Like, I'll give you an example. Friday night, I tripped over Maybe the sidewalk was sticking up that much. And I tripped. I don't really know. If I'm being totally honest, I don't really know what happened. I tripped. My hands must have been in my pocket. I seem to recall, I'm pretty sure I had a white lighter in my hand. And it just flew out of my hand when I ripped. That was my right hand. My left hand, like obviously I smacked it on the ground pretty good. Can't really see it anymore. It's kind of bruised all around here. Oh, hang on, let's do it this way. It's bruised all around here. Maybe in this light you can kind of see it. But the palm was all bruised right here, but that went away real fast. So I obviously smacked my hand on the ground. But I'll tell you, I hit so hard on the ground that I was freaking amazed. I was just like, wow, that hurt. And I've never had to be so dizzy. But anyways, the comparison I was going to make there is that, I trip and I fall and I smack my face up and ruins everybody's night. So the next day, I think it was the next day or the day after, I was walking over to the grocery store. I mean, it's a 10-minute walk from here. And as I'm walking along, I have my hands in my pockets of my coat. And all of a sudden, I had this rush of kind of like panic come over me. I just had to get my hands out of my pockets. And then I was thinking, okay, make sure you're lifting your toes up all the way. So I was kind of like I was kind of shell-shocked at walking. I was thinking, man, don't trip. Because if you fall on your nose right now, it's going to kill you. Yeah, so it kind of made me kind of leery about walking. Good thing I got a bike. And I'll tell you the truth about walking. Whenever I walk anywhere, I think, man, this is taking forever. So slow. Yeah, no matter what. I always think I'd be doing 5 times faster if I was on my bike at the least. See that? I don't know why I keep doing that with my mouth. Maybe someday I'll learn to edit. See, my neighbors are getting home, or the neighbors are getting home. It's a beautiful sunny day. It's only 10 degrees out, but it feels more like 5 or 6. Too cold. Although I am going to walk over to the grocery store. Or maybe I'll ride. Grab my backpack and head over. Get me some fresh veggies. Yeah. What else did I see on the news that made me shake my head? Can't remember. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, yeah, it's because you got all stoned, man. Got all baked and you can't remember. You could be right. What's your point? It could also be a neurological disorder that affects my brain. Could be. You never know. Also, getting down to the end here, so yeah, get ready to wrap it up. It's been 25 minutes almost. This is part of my plan for today. Oops. Can't read that. Wish list. Oh, I thought it was called Wish. Anyways, I listened to the song like 3 times last night, and I'm going, I don't get it. But it's not a song I'm familiar with, so I gotta listen to it more. Yeah, so getting high with Fred. Bitching about Donald Trump. I guess I wasn't bitching about him. I mean, he's such an insignificant person. I can't believe he's president. Okay, I'm gonna butt it out. Give you a break. Okay, my lovelies. Go out there. It is now 1:05 p.m. Go out and kill it. Cheers, man.